Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on learning this guy's language to bring him into our realm so that we can get a de jure claim on these guys and clean up a little bit of border gore here. Now of course he is a Bengali Sogdian, and that is absolutely fine. What language does he even speak? It doesn't say here. It doesn't say what language this is. Okay, whatever. So we could go after these guys if we wanted. We need to take a look here. We do have no subjugation ability right now because our level of fame isn't high enough. And then as far as a kingdom conquer goes, if we were to go over to like the Roman kingdom over here and do a holy war for kingdom, what we need for that is Paragon of Virtue. Now we're currently a devoted servant, so we need to work up both our prestige and our piety. To that end, we would like to give our father a sky burial. That'll get us 250 piety. And we'll go ahead and do so. Give your father a sky burial will be unavailable for 12 months. I mean, I hope we're not going to be able to give him more sky burials. But we'll go ahead and do that. Rest in peace, father. And that will, of course, work up our piety a little bit. We're also going to need to go on a pilgrimage. Minimum cost will be 300. And so we're going to have to remain at peace for a little bit here. But we'll prepare for the journey, and we're going to go on a very long pilgrimage that will put us in debt, and it is time to depart. We'll need to work our way out of debt. We do have prisoners that can be ransomed, and that will help on that front. Cool. Now we are on scholarship focus. That's fine. We want to grab scientific as soon as possible here. Okay, ransoms have been accepted. There's also this guy. We're going to need to go after him. Oh, we got ill while traveling? That's unfortunate, but this is no time to give up. And hopefully we won't die. If we die, things get awkward. Very awkward indeed. So we need about, what, a year here to get out of debt? Challenge for artifact. We decline. Okay. So I wouldn't mind declaring war on this guy, but of course we can't do that whilst in debt. And people are making claims on various locations, but I don't really care that much. What are they going to do? Go to war with us? That's probably not going to be a thing. So we could be a dedicated pilgrim, giving us monthly piety, plus 10%. And that's probably exactly what we want, is to boost up our monthly piety. So that'll be great. We can usurp the kingdom of Mordvinia, or create a bunch of titles. But of course, these are not things that are going to be particularly useful for us at this exact moment. Now everyone knows. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't really care. So yeah, I think we need to chill a little bit here before we really go back to war. We have walked the Holy Path, so we're going to get 625 more piety here. And we become a pilgrim, getting us an additional 10% monthly piety. So that's coming up nicely. So we're currently a devoted servant, and we're working towards Paragon of Virtue. What do we need for the kingdom level wars? Well, we can't actually find out because we are in debt. Let's bump up to speed 4 while we're working our way through that. It is good to be home. And we could go ahead and hold court. Let's do so. That's going to cost us 88 prestige. There will be 3 of them here. A commotion arises from the back of my court. Before anyone can grab him, a man rushes up to your throne, halting before you, but offering no deference. I wish that they would change this, honestly. It bothers me that it's written in both first and second person. I wish they'd make that more consistent. Either make it first person or second person, one or the other. I'd prefer first, probably. One look in his eyes tells me all I needed to know. This man is not mentally sound. Monster, you sent us to die. Why do you go unpunished? From this man's ranting, I've discerned that he had somehow been involved in one of my wars, which is probably why he's so distressed. What's to be done with this lost creature? Well, we could give him the death that he wants, but we'd enter single combat, and that's not really something that I want. We could have him executed. That would cost us piety, but really we want level of devotion more than piety. Piety will still be useful later in life, though. I think we're just going to take prestige and throw him out. Before me stands my vassal, Princess Yiva, her head hung low. My lord, Armenia has been hit hard by the recent enemy occupation. The people are starving, our fields are not recovering, and our livestock is not enough to survive anymore. We beg you to intervene and to save your devoted subjects with your great magnanimity. Magnanimity. Wow. I'm failing this word a lot lately, and I don't know why. We'll just move on. She bows deeply and falls silent. So we could give them gold. We're in debt, so that probably shouldn't be a thing. Tax relief. Do we hold this county? That's our vassal's title. We'll grant tax relief. That doesn't affect our income. Wonderful. My friend, Prince Tatul, shrugs before stepping forward to voice his petition. My lord, I seek your aid in combating the issue of bandits harassing the modest people of Charcianan. He pauses to sigh. I cannot fix the problem with the resources I have. I ask for any aid that you can spare. Well, we'll get some steward advice going on there. Okay, my business here is done. Fantastic. We're no longer ill, and that's very, very good. We can change Princess Yiva's contract, and we're going to bump up her feudal taxes. Wonderful. Okay, so do we need to further back off on our court amenities? Let's take a look here. There is... Oh yeah, we're below our court grandeur expectations. I was wondering why that exclamation mark was there. But yeah, that's to be expected. Do we want to back off on our court amenities further? This would drop us down to a default of in between 7 and 8. Done. Okay. So that's going to save us quite a lot of money. And that's great. We do need a new steward, and we'll put in Raxos here. Cool. We need to get out of debt as soon as possible. We can usurp this kingdom. That would give us de jure claims here. Interesting. That would, of course, cost 500 gold, so we would need to wait a little bit before that would be a viable option. We are working on learning the language of this guy. 300 gold. We're just going to take it. Okay, so we are the proud owners of a new text there, and we might gain a learning lifestyle perk. Okay, cool. A practice called bibliomancy. Okay. 50 learning lifestyle experience, or 100% learning lifestyle experience plus focused reading, and 75 prestige. We're going to roll it. We failed. Okay. We're going to try this again, 81% this time, and she did indeed clarify the passage. And we get a learning lifestyle perk. Wonderful. So that grabs us scientific immediately, and that's great. We're going to get another one fairly soon here. We're now out of debt. We're about 10 months away from learning this language. So, if we were to declare on this guy right now, we have a couple of de jure claims over here. But it's not amazing. Are we truced with this guy still? No, we are not. All we have is a subjugation there. A de jure claim on only a single county there? I guess this one would be okay. But it would create border gore. That is definitely a problem. So if we look at, say, this kingdom here. This is a kingdom? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What about this guy? And this guy. They're at war with each other. Okay. And that's a kingdom there. Sure. So we're truced with this gentleman. That's okay. We're just looking for opportunities right now. De jure duchy here is not great. The subjugation is not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I don't think it's what we're going to go for. Okay. We definitely need to work up our prestige and our devotion. Oh, wow. This is really, really breaking up over this way. Roman Greece is not a great option either. I would like to go after, like, this guy here. He is a kingdom tier realm. But we could do a holy war for the duchy. That's actually cheaper than normal. Where is this? Duchy of Lebanon. Right, that would be down here. Okay. This would be 4 counties for 100 piety. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think we go ahead and declare that. So we'll raise up troops right around here. How many are we going to need? Not many. Bump down to speed 3. Perfect. This is more than enough. Okay, we group all that together, and in we go to Phrygia. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to leave a siege force here and chase down his army, as we often do. We're going to leave mangonels and this unit of levies, and these guys will come up here and see about chasing down this army. We will take an attrition tick up here in Tarsus, but that's okay. Sure, show him in. He didn't bring gold, so I'm a little sad about that, but I guess he gives us prestige, which we do need to work up our prestige. Is he going to try to siege Byzantium? Like Constantinople here? Apparently so. This is a weird choice, but sure. Yeah, there you go. You got to keep running. Heading off over this way. Sure. And we're just going to continue chasing him for now. Looks like we catch him here, so that's perfect. We finish our siege in Phrygia. We don't actually have a siege leader here. Bagrat needs to be in charge of this. There we go. And we're going to head on over. And this looks completely under control. I mean, we fully expect that. We actually stack wiped them. So we're going to split this force in half. We're going to send half of them here and half of them to Abydos. Cool. Okay. Oh, we're not sieging here. This is in Roman Greece. Right. We're going to send half of them, like, actually, these guys can go up over here. These guys would come over here and slow siege. Yep, that's going to be what we have to do. A new learning perk is available. We could take planned cultivation if we wanted to increase development in our capital. The question is, what is our development in our capital? It's 40. It's not the worst idea. And we'll go ahead and do it. We'll grab planned cultivation here, and we will get our steward to increase development in our capital. There we go. That should increase by a decent amount, although existing development is reducing it by 4.3. To be expected, of course. We don't have urbanization. But I'm overall fairly content with that. Okay, so this siege will be done very soon. We failed to learn Scythian. Well, we need to start over and do it right this time. That is a lot of stress, but we'll try it again. We could become flagellant, and that's probably going to be the right way to go there. It's not great. We'll go ahead and... Ooh, severely injured. Maybe not, actually, because we're currently wounded. We're not going to do it right now. Do we have a court position? We should search for one. So we'll go ahead and start the search. We will, of course, head into their capital here. What twisted mockery of our faith is this? Okay. There's that court position. We'll pay 300 gold to employ him. And hopefully we won't die of our wounds. We'll see. Do no more than what is necessary. So our wound is apparently infected, but he successfully treated it, and we're actually no longer wounded at all. So at this point, we should go ahead and flagellate. There we go. Sweet, sweet pain. Cool. And there goes our stress level. Vassals are embracing heresy. This is no good. But we'll finish up this siege here, and then we'll come down and grab the last location in the war goal. And actually, we don't need to. What is this brooch? Prestige and seduce scheme power. Probably not too useful for us right now, but might be handy later. So let's take a look at the trinkets here. 0.18 prestige per month. I mean, the language manual is good for us right now. But that would be better than the small religious carving. So we'll definitely do that. And we'll disband our troops. And of course, these titles need to be handed out. So we'll go ahead and do so. And Gordium as well. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and make the de jure duchy title over here, since we are a bit low on cash, and then we'll grant that over to this fine gentleman right here. 3 vassals will go with, and how is that doing? Looks like we're good on our vassal limit. Okay, excellent. So that'll be just fine. At this point, our language scheme, we will hopefully succeed this. We have 81% chance, and it'll be done in about 14 months. Now, I would like to attack these guys again, but Roman Asia is really the better option. We'll just make progress here. I think 81% is a good enough chance. So what do we have on this guy? A claim on a single county. And a claim on another single county. Okay, so these 2 counties. That's not a lot, is it? We could go after Cyprus. Holy war for that duchy. That wouldn't be too bad. You know what? Let's do it. So we will go ahead and drop a rally point here, and we'll raise our men-at-arms, as well as a few levy troops. How many are we going to need? Not that many, is the answer. Allies are joining the war, but they're not very powerful. This is enough levy troops. Okay, we're good. 181 gold to embark that. I mean, that's not shocking, but it's a lot. I'm much more used to embarkation costs in Scandinavia, where it's so much cheaper. But it's okay. We'll be fine. Hey, we learned the language. Okay, so we learned this guy's language, which means we now come down over here. We send him a gift to gain 65 opinion, and we offer him vassalage, and he will accept with religious exemption. Beautiful. Offer concubine? Actually, yes, that's fine. Okay, so there's our embarkation. It's expensive for sure, but this guy becomes our vassal, and that will allow us, not currently, but that will allow us to declare war on this guy without using a subjugation CV. So that'll be great. And we have landed here. Fantastic. We will go ahead and grab our mangonels and our levies, and Cyprus will fall very, very swiftly here. This is not really a concern. Oof. Double attrition, huh? Okay, well, that's fine. We are in debt at the moment, but that's fine. We won't be for too much longer. And the siege will wrap up shortly. We do, of course, need a siege commander there. That would usually help. Okay, do they get stack wiped from this, is the question. The answer is no, they do not. Where are they retreating to? Here? I would have expected their capital? Yeah, their capital. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. We take double attrition, but it's fine. Ah, these guys are thinking about landing. Look at this. They're landing right where our army is. This is not going to go well for them. I'm not sure what they're thinking here. War is over. We'll disband our troops. We'll grant these out, of course. Okay, so we are above our vassal limit. Let's go shopping here for counties to hand out. Actually, okay. I just wanted to check to see if there were counties there, but there weren't. So anything along our borders here. And then there's a couple of counties over here. What are these de jure part of? Herat. Okay, this is what we just annexed, isn't it? Yes, it is. So the county of Herat here, or rather the Duchy of Herat, we don't have the gold to create that. Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to look for a kingdom to hand out. So like Persis, we can grant that. And what is the de jure capital here? Is there no de jure capital in Persis? I guess we'll give it to this guy. So this would be the Kingdom of Persis. 3 vassals go with, and that solves the problem. Excellent. And we don't have any other vassals to hand over, but that's okay. We definitely need to chill a little bit on the wars due to our cash. We're not really having financial issues. We just need to give it a little bit of a break. So that'll be fine. We do have artifacts with low durability, and none of those are artifacts we have equipped, so I don't think that's necessary at this moment. Let's take a look at our technology. Windmills will be done in 7 years. Banking is actually being exposed to an innovation. That's not bad. I like that. That's pretty solid, actually. So we're going to get this in about 7 years. Sure. So at this point, this guy would not accept vassalage for obvious reasons. He has this kingdom title. It doesn't have any de jure titles, but we can hop in over here. That's a titular kingdom. Interesting. We'll be able to create this when we have 400 gold, and we will absolutely ransom off these people to get up to 400 gold faster. That is definitely a thing we'll be super happy to do. We need to decide who we want to burn our subjugation and our kingdom holy war on. But we're not entirely sure on that just yet. I would like to continue taking over all of Anatolia. That would be nice. Like getting all of this under our control, and then we just have to deal with like Roman Greece, Dacia, and the Roman Kingdom. As far as the Roman Kingdom goes, I mean, this would not be a terrible kingdom claim. Macedonia would be pretty bad. This would be worse, I feel like. We do need a council position here. This will be a marshal. We'll put this gentleman in. We almost have the gold at this point to make this into a kingdom. And once we have that, we can clean up this border core. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to, of course, make the Kingdom of Magadan Parthia, and we just need 7 more gold. So we'll go ahead and create this. There we go. And now this guy is our de jure vassal. So he wouldn't accept this, obviously, but we can do seizing the duchy de jure for only 90 prestige. Done. We're going to raise up our troops over here. He has 1,000 troops. We honestly don't need more than our men-at-arms. And we're just going to head on in. This will be a very quick war. Is he going to get here before we rise? Or before we raise our troops? If so, that doesn't actually do anything. He does get here slightly before, which is unfortunate, but we'll raise our men-at-arms here. It just delays us. Hello, pause menu. It just delays us for a moment, so that's not a big deal. Okay. We didn't actually lose a battle there. There was no one there. So we're going to put in this princess as our new marshal. Okay. And we will rise up right now. And in we go. We could win just from this battle. He'll get stack wiped. And in fact, we did win just from that battle. Who enforce those demands? That is now in our territory. We'll disband that. Wonderful. We're going to grant this guy the Kingdom of Magadan Parthia. 2 vassals will go with, and we'll demand his conversion. Only a 32% chance of acceptance, but we'll see what he thinks about that. He wants a hook. I'm not happy about it, but I'll accept. Not happy about it at all. Well, we've got a little bit more border gore over this way to clean up, for sure. But we're definitely making good progress on that. Sure, show her the princess. She'll bring 50 gold. That's great. Okay. This is now part of Armenia. Was it before? I feel like they were independent before. We definitely didn't do that. Okay. Well, that's fine. We wouldn't mind going after Vata at some point soon. But yeah, we need to figure out who we want to subjugate. Ideally would be the Roman Kingdom, but that's not available because they're an Empire tier realm. We could potentially go after Carthage, but we don't have the CB. They're too far away. We could do like Volga, Bulgaria. That would be a lot of land, but it's not tremendously valuable land. But it would drive a hard line in here. So we would then have a hard line like that. And essentially dividing the world into 2 sections. We could, potentially. But I think that's really a discussion for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.